So today's class will start the concept of React.js. Generally, when we take web applications, we can classify them into two types. Depending on how the content is displayed for the user, based on that, we can classify them into multi-page applications and single-page applications. The second thing is, depending on the processor done in the backend, processing done in the backend, we can classify them into CPU bound and IO bound applications. Of course, no need to understand the concept of IO bound applications. Coming to this particular front end. So, web applications, we can classify them into two types. They are multi-page applications and single-page applications. What is that? Multi-page applications means here an application is created as a collection of web pages so that whatever the link we click, the corresponding page will be opened. Whatever the link we click, the corresponding page will be opened. So that is best example for multi-page applications. So now I am clicking on some hyperlink. So whenever a hyperlink is clicked, the corresponding page will be loaded here. But what is the problem with multi-page applications? What is the problem with multi-page applications? You can see every page we see here, every page it is having the same header information, same side nav there, and also every page it contains same footer. Means all the pages they are having some common content in there. Every page it is having some common content there. So what is the problem with that? When the same data is to be loaded again and again, when the same data is loaded again and again, it creates unnecessary network traffic. Because as the size of data increases, it creates network traffic there. Not only that, when the size of data increases, the bandwidth is also wasted there. And as the size of data increases, the page loading time, it will increase. When the page loading time increases, automatically performance will be reduced. So that is what the problem the applications are having. So every time when a page is loaded, the same content is repeated again and again. That's what the problem there earlier. That's why to avoid that problem, .NET has introduced earlier like creating master web pages and slave pages, something like this. But one solution that was introduced in web applications is going for single page applications. In a single page application, what happens is instead of creating an application as a collection of HTML pages, instead of creating an application as a collection of HTML pages, the application is created as a collection of components. And if you have ever studied a subject called software engineering, there we have a software development model available that is component based development model, waterfall model, rapid RAD model, incremental model, like that component based development model, there is a model provided. So in these single page applications, what they will do is, Instead of creating an application as a collection of web pages, they will create the application as a collection of components here. So what are components? Means the components here, they are nothing but they are either JavaScript classes, or a component can be a JavaScript function. Can be anything. The component can be either a JavaScript classes or a JavaScript function. Like suppose when we take the layout of a HTML page, will have the things like this. Generally, any web page, what will have? Most of the pages. So they will have some header available. The pages will have a side nav, and they'll have some footer available. So in a single page application, so header is created as a component. Side nav is created as a component. Footer is created as a component. Like that, the application it is created as a collection of components. Even if the size of the header is complex, they will divide a header into a set of components there. So what is the advantage of component-based approach? Means whenever we click on a hyperlink, it is not going to load the entire data. Whatever the component we click, only that component will be loaded. It is not going to load unnecessary components. Whenever a link is clicked, only the corresponding content will be loaded. So when you are not going to load the unnecessary content, what is the advantage there? You can reduce the network traffic, and we can reduce the bandwidth there at the same time. So the page loading time can be reduced. When the page loading time reduced, it means automatically performance is increased. That is what the advantage we have with the component-based development. At the same time, what component does means components they provide code reusability. Means suppose that I have created a header component for a React application. Like for example, when we take, I have created a login component which will ask the user to enter the username and password with a submit button that is signed in with the username and password like this. So we have created a form here. Generally, majority of applications, they will have this sign-in form available. So what happens there? Whenever we click on this particular login component, whatever the application it needs it, we can use it directly. And not only that, suppose that this component I have created for a React application. I can use it in Angular. I can use it in Vue.js. Anywhere I can use the component here. Anywhere I can use the component here like this. And not only that, suppose that I have created the component for a Java project. I can use it in a .NET project. I can use it in a PHP project. Anywhere we can use. That is what the main advantage of component-based development approach. So this component-based single-page applications, how to build means, for that we have mainly 3 libraries or frameworks available. One is Angular framework. Second one, React.js library. Then we have like Vue.js, many things available. Just we can see there when you open browser, and you type alternatives to React.js, you can see Ember.js is there. This is also a popular one. Xamarin, Backbone.js, Vue.js, Angular.js. Angular is different, Angular.js is different. So we can have jQuery there, Flutter. So many things they have provided here. Vanilla.js, like this. So there are many libraries or frameworks available to build these single page applications. One of the most popular libraries or frameworks that are provided are, one is Angular, the second one is React.js. Angular, it is a HTML, CSS and TypeScript based framework. HTML and TypeScript based framework, that is Angular. Whereas React.js, it is a purely JavaScript library. React is a pure JavaScript library. Next, Angular, it is a Google product. Whereas React is a Facebook product here. In Angular, components are created as purely class components. Coming to React, React it supports class components and functional components. Both type of components are supported by React. Class components and functional components, both it will support. So this is how exactly the frameworks looks like here. Now, we'll be starting the most popular and widely used, means it depends. Angular or React, which one we have to go, it depends. Generally, most of the applications, they use React.js, but depends. Like for example, when you are working with Python or Java, many people prefer React. When you are working with the .NET framework, Angular, they will prefer. In India, majority of the companies prefer React. When we go to US there, Angular many people will prefer. It depends which framework to be learned, which library to be learned, like this. Just simply what is React means, we can describe like this. React, or we can call it React.js or React.js, so whatever it is. What it is means, React is an open source, lightweight, front-end JavaScript library for creating UI or UI components. The first thing, of course, nowadays, majority of the softwares we are having, they are open source. Open source means what? Hmm? So they are available free of cost, and at the same time, source code is available. So these open source products, like when we take Java, when you take Python, JavaScript, Node.js, React, Angular, they are open source in the sense they provide huge communities where millions of people throughout the world, they are involved in developing the product. If we are interested, we can also join the project. We can also add our own libraries. Next one, it's a lightweight software. We have some softwares available, like when you take .NET, and databases when we take SQL Server, and web servers when we take JBoss. So they are heavyweight softwares. Means in order to run these softwares, they consume large number of resources, memory resources, CPU. They consume large number of resources there. But Angular, React, Vue like them. And when we take Python programming language, or when we take something like databases, SQLite, they are lightweight softwares. So they won't consume much resources. With limited resources, these applications will run. And then it's a front-end framework. So to build particularly for user interfaces, React can be used, and it is a pure JavaScript library. React was completely written in JavaScript, and even React software completely you will get in JavaScript code only. Okay, React is not a framework, just it's a library. Generally, when we take React or Angular or Vue.js, what is the purpose of these softwares means? They are used to create user interfaces only. The basic purposes of them, they are used to create user interfaces only. But if you want to provide some additional functionalities like routing, HTTP requests, they want to provide. Actually, they are not meant for database programming or something. But these softwares, they provide some special libraries. By installing those libraries, we can apply routing, HTTP requests like in React, if we want to apply routing, there will be using a library called React Router DOM. And if you want to perform HTTP requests, get, post, put, delete like that, then we'll be using the library called Axios. For everything, we have to install additional libraries for them. Of course, some brief introduction about React. So this is the founder of React.js. Initially, it was named Fax.js. A Facebook developer, he developed a front-end library. The initial prototype. Prototypes means generally we call them like alpha versions. The prototypes, he named it Fax.js. Actually, React coding, it has been taken from a HTML component library, XHP. PHP based one, XHP, based on that it was built. Why? Because Facebook software, it was built using PHP. Compared to any programming language, PHP is very easy to work. So because of that reason, the PHP based this library, based on that, they introduced this one. So because it's a Facebook product, initially they have developed the product for their own requirements. It was introduced in Facebook newsfeed and then in Instagram like that. And later it was released for public usage in 2013. Once it was released as open source, then many people started using their applications on React. One of the important things about React, one of the important extensions about React, it is React Native, we call it. React Native is a popular software for building mobile applications. React Angular, they are used to build web-related applications. In order to build mobile applications, React Native was introduced. Why they introduced React Native means, generally, when you take mobile devices, mobile center don't think that it is mobile phones. Any portable device, it's a mobile device. A mobile device can be a mini laptop, it may be a tablet, or it may be a cellular phone. So, to build applications for these devices, actually these portable devices, they have different platforms. Like when we take the two major platforms that are available are, one is Android and the second one is Apple iOS. Android is a Google product, iOS is the Apple product. Generally, to build applications for Android, what they will be using? They are using the language like Java and then Kotlin. These are the two popular languages for building applications for Android. And when we take iOS, they will be using a programming language called Objective-C, otherwise Swift programming language. But what is the problem with them? The applications that are built using these languages, they are platform dependent. Means the application created for one platform, it will not work for the other. So that's why to build platform independent mobile applications, React Native was introduced. It is one of the top library for building mobile applications. And it is facing a major competition from the programming language called Flutter. Flutter is a Google programming language. It is also used to build platform independent mobile applications. So this is one of the extensions of React. So after completing React, if you are interested, if you can learn React Native, then it will be a very big addition to your skill set. And the next important advancement React has provided is in their version 16.8, React introduced the concept of hooks, a very popular concept in React.js. Hooks was introduced there. And these are the top products that are built using React.js. So Facebook, because it's a Facebook product, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, all the three products they are using. And Netflix, of course, New York Times, Yahoo Mail, Khan Academy, Kansas, a very famous website, Khan Academy, it was built there. Code Academy, PHP and the related softwares, the libraries are available here. Vivaldi browser, Dropbox, the most popular site, Dropbox also, it was built on React. Now the thing is, why particularly we have to use React? When you have Angular available or some other softwares available, why particularly React? We have many reasons. So it is the first priority for IT companies. To build single page applications, the first priority for IT companies, it is React.js. So majority of the organizations, I said React has the major share. The second share goes to Angular. Then Vanilla.js and all these things will come. So it is the first priority. Then why particularly React.js means it's a Facebook product. What is the advantage? React is a Facebook product, so what's the advantage there? WhatsApp and Instagram also other Facebook. Hmm. So they have huge users. They have good data experience. Next. So React is a Facebook product. Angular is a Google product. So why I prefer Angular? Why I prefer React? Because they are the products of Facebook and Google. So what? Facebook and Google means what? Searching. Google searching, Facebook is social media. The main things here are there are some organization like when you take whenever you see some product like Tata, So without any doubt, we can buy the products, whatever may be that. Then why that much reliability? So if you are buying some HUL product, or if you are buying some P&G product or Hyundai, then you will check specifications and everything. But if somebody says it's a Tata product, 90% of the people, they will definitely rely on it. Why? Because there are some organizations available, like in India, Tata, like when we take Facebook, Google, even like Amazon. Amazon AWS, when you have GCP, many things available, still Amazon is dominating the market. Like Microsoft, when you take the main thing, brands means these companies, they are never going to shut down. These companies, they are never going to shut down. Particularly, we can depend completely on Facebook and Google. Nowadays, human beings are that much addicted for these products. Okay, like how much addicted means if Facebook company is closed, almost 50% of world population will die. No doubt about that. If Google company shutdowns, almost 75% of IT people, IT organizations will close. You ask anybody, whoever working in the IT field, 70% people what they are doing, Googling. When there is no Google available, so 70% of people in the IT, not 70, strictly you can say more than 80%, definitely they lose their jobs. Hmm?
But there are also alternative of Facebook. There are also Mozilla Firefox, Microsoft Edge, all these are business.
Firefox, Microsoft Edge, Opera, Safari, they are browsers. Google is the Google is not a search engine. Google provides Chrome is the browser. Google is the search engine. Okay. When you take Microsoft Bing, Yahoo search engine, we call them meta search engines. They are not original search engines. Even when you type some text in Bing, even when you search some text in Yahoo search engine, it has to connect to Google database. From only it will get the data. So Google is the main. If Google is not there, the total world will collapse technically. Facebook, definitely, I can say almost how we don't know. In India, 70% people will die if Facebook shut down. So how to do Instagram reels? Hmm? Daily, many times I have seen in the classroom, students are opening the laptops. What they are doing in the laptops, I can't see their screen, but I can see what they are doing. WhatsApp, they are opening there. In the middle, they are checking the messages. Everyone is doing the same. Okay, now. So some Insta reels, immediately some notification will come. They will open it. Early morning before you woke up, WhatsApp. Then you will go for Instagram. Once you open the system, Facebook. Means as long as human beings are there, Facebook and Google should be there. If Facebook is shut down or Google is shut down, definitely the world is going to end. And that much addicted we are there. You can see in the corona season what happened. When there is no liquor available, thousands of people joined Aragadda. Because there is no availability of liquor. Thousands joined. For them, government released liquor. That's what, that much addicted we are to these companies. That's why these companies have officially announced that we are never going to stop support for React Angular like that. Means we can find a bright future in these products. That is one of the main reason why we can prefer them. That's a brand. You can see Tata company. Many people, industrialists, if they say what they'll say, like Adani or Ambani, like that. But the amount of donations given by Tata is more than the property of Adani and Ambani. Okay, some trillions of crores he has donated. If Tata has never donated 1 rupee, now he is 100 times richer than Elon Musk. 100 times richer than Elon Musk. So what he did? Trillions of crores. He donated. Like similarly, you take that Facebook person, Zuckerberg. At some stage, he has almost 90% of assets he has donated. That's what. So brand means the product never going to die. The third important thing here is, as we said, they developed, they will use component-based development approach. What is the advantage of component-based development approach? As we said, components provide code reusability. Components, they provide code reusability. The component which was built for one product, we can use it for any application. That reusability provided by them. And not only that, they have huge community available. React has huge community available on GitHub. React, Angular, Node.js, when you take huge community. Nowadays, programming is nothing. Okay, I can show you hundreds of my students. One student here itself is working, way to news. Working on Node.js from 15 years experience here. Yesterday also I told him, how is your job? As long as Google is there, my job is secure. He strictly speaks that. Why? Because just I will show you a small application. Like I have given something like I want to build a shopping cart application. A shopping cart application in React.js. Geeks for geeks. Step by step how to build they will tell. Commerce.js. GitHub. React shopping cart. Just you can go to GitHub. No need to write the code also. They will show you how many different type of things available. Why programming easier nowadays? That's the reason. React shopping cart, something like that. Now you can see food delivery, like Zomato, Swiggy, like product I want to build. Nothing I will do. Just I will go there. I'll change the program names and the names there. So they will provide the project structure. What are the different folders available? In each folder, what are the different files available? And even they will show these are the functionalities: storefront, back office, API, backend. So what they have used, what softwares they have used. Screenshots they are providing, even the images available. If you want to see, just click here, live demo, how to run it. Okay, now what softwares, what functionalities are provided in each module? What functionality is provided in each module and what libraries. Only thing is, you must know which libraries to install. They said there, like option number 9, Axios. Just what I have to do, npm install Axios. React router version 4. npm install React router DOM @4. That's all. If you can install those softwares, now you can see what are the prerequisites, how to build. A to Z they will describe there. So what is the need of programming? And now you can see the code here. When you click on it, so download zip file. Download, install the libraries, just you can run. Programming is nothing nowadays. That is what everything they will available on GitHub. And while working with, if you have any queries, then you can have, ఏమే చెప్పే నాకు కూడా అంత దాహం ఇది. So it has a large number of articles on Stack Overflow. Stack Overflow, technically when you are working with any doubts, any errors you have, what you will do? You will copy and paste it. Immediately you will get the solution from Stack Overflow. Hundreds of solutions we can find. So like that, a large community is available. Not only for React, whether it is Angular or Java or Python. So they are having a huge community there. Even when we go to official website, now you can see. Actually, the official website is reactjs.org. But they changed it, react.dev. So learn React. When you say learn React, they will provide tutorials. See, overview, creating components, adding styles, CSS, how to use, everything they will explain step by step. And even you can see a tutorial, a sample project, tic-tac-toe game, how to build it. They will provide everything step by step how to do. Now when we go to community, React community, millions of developers are connected. Initially, that's what Java is a Oracle product, or PHP, Python was developed by Guido van Rossum, and JavaScript is a MDN product like that. It may be developed by one person or company. Now they are community based. Even you can go with JavaScript MDN, Mozilla Developer Network. MDN, JavaScript, when we go here, a huge community available. Why JavaScript is dominating now in the IT world? Because a huge community there. They're adding plenty of contents. So that's what the reason. Any queries, any questions we have, immediately we'll get. You can see Stack Overflow, whatever the articles that are available. So you can see the existing questions or you can add your own questions. Within hours, you will get the solution. So that is what the main advantage while working with the things there. So why particularly we have to prefer React or Angular or something like that? There are several reasons. You can see how many questions are there. Almost 5 lakh questions were posted, different issues. Then definitely if you have one issue, it will be there. It will be there. Like generally, whenever people working with JavaScript in Visual Studio Code, they will get a common error. Running script is disabled on your system. Just go to Stack Overflow. Already some person posted in 2016. Okay, more results you can find there. Stack Overflow, see, for every problem we can find a solution. So that is what exactly, that's why people, why they prefer these things. That's the main reason. Okay, like this. So what exactly is React and how to work with React? This is the way we can do. Now let's see building our first application using React. How to build our first application using React. So because these people, they are not available, so we'll continue creating project in the Tuesday session. Okay, na? If it is okay, done. ఊర్లో ఉన్నారా? వాళ్ళు మామూలుగానే వచ్చేది అట్టట వస్తారు. Okay, now what I will do. First of all, In my folder, I'll create a folder called React Lab. So this is the directory where I want to save my React applications. This is my directory where I want to create my React applications. So first what we will do, start Visual Studio Code and create a and open your working directory. Open your working directory means what is my working directory? React Lab. Once I go to working directory, then what I will do? Create a new React project as below. To create a new React project, we use the command npx. npx create React app. Just specify the app name. npx create React app name. What is this create React app? Actually, previously while installing Node, I explained a tool called npm. Okay, by installing Node.js, I explained the tool called npm, Node Package Manager. npm, it is Node Package Manager. If you want to install any script related libraries, you can use it. React to build a project, they have provided something called npx, which stands for Node Package Executable. Using this tool, we're going to build a project. Like how? I'll create something like npx create React app. Any name you can give for it. Suppose I have given the name demo app. I have given the name demo app. Now let's see. Open folder. I will select the React Lab folder. So once the folder is selected, then I'll go to terminal. And I'll create a project. npx create React app demo app. I will type. When I press the enter key, it will start building the project. It will take a lot of time depending on the system speed. It will take a lot of time to build the product. Why? Because whatever the libraries, here we call them dependencies, whatever the libraries required to work with React, everything it will install. Initially, it will install the libraries, React, React DOM to work with the DOM elements, React scripts to create and work with them. Actually, to work with these script related applications, we can use Visual Studio Code. We can use Atom, brackets, plenty of libraries available. But why people prefer Visual Studio Code? Now I will tell you, see here. So just you open browser. You just open browser there. Once the browser is opened, here you type in React code snippets, shortcuts. Code snippets means shortcuts. Suppose I want to create a class. Normally I have to write like import React comma component from React, import the libraries, build the structure, everything. But when I am using these code snippets, they are provided with Visual Studio only. So that's why you can see the site, Visual Studio Marketplace. Just click on it. Once you click on it, you can see React code snippets. Just to see they are typing one comment. Automatically the skeleton create. That is the main reason why I prefer Visual Studio Code. These are the different shortcuts they have given. If I want to create a React class, RCC or RCFC, RCJC like. If I want to create a functional component, RSF, stateless function, we call it. Plenty of shortcuts they will give. So what you have to do, just you click on install here. When you click on install, it will ask you to download Visual Studio Code. If it is already available, then open, just say continue. It will ask open Visual Studio Code. Then it will show you React code snippets. Already in my system, they are available. So that's why it is asking for uninstall. If it is not available in you, it will show install. When you click on it, already every code snippet it will provide. Once the code snippets were installed, it is very, very easy to work with React. Very, very easy to work with React. See, almost 25% of projects, still it is building. Because plenty of libraries that are required to work with React. That's what, node modules. How many libraries it is installed? Still many it is trying to load. Okay, in order to work with a React project, whatever the libraries that are required, each and every library, it will try to install it. That's why it will take time to build the product. Once the product was built, so change it to project folder. You open the project folder and run the application as how to run the application npm start. When we say npm start, automatically the application will start running. Once you see the output of the project, suppose that I want to terminate the project. If I want to terminate the project, just what you do, type Control C at the terminal. When you type Control C, it will ask you, do you want to terminate the project? Yes or no? If I say yes, it will terminate immediately.